We at SMOptics, we have made Metro our main strategic focus and our mission. First reason why we did that is Metro is the single fastest growing market within the optical industry today and in the next 3 to 5 years. And secondly, there's a lot of pressure regarding new technologies that are needed to support the new wave of services that are requiring very high bandwidth and very low latency, like 5G mobile services coming soon. And one of the first problems or major problems that many service providers today have in their network is they have a huge legacy of old and obsolete equipment in the network dating back to the 90s or to year 2000 that does still support an important amount of services, in particular business services. So the first products we delivered 1 year ago are related to actually enabling service providers to migrate active customers who are still running on these very old networks, migrating those services directly over the optical layer and maybe bypassing or circumventing the problems of going through a circuit emulation layer, which is sometimes not the right solution if you have mass amount of services, because that's not operationally very practical. That's what we are mostly engaged on now in terms of real and concrete activities with customers around the world, in Europe, mainland Europe and in Latin America, with big projects, turnkey projects, to actually entirely decommission old network layers such as SDH and bring the end users and services and customers that are still running on all those old networks directly onto the optical layer. We're certainly in favor of disaggregation. The reason why is there are certainly drivers related to investment cycles which are very, very different in the various network layers. You have a fiber plant which normally has a return of investment over a period of 20 to 30 years. You have a photonic transmission layer which has a lifespan of, say, 10 to 12 to 15 years. And then you have a digital aggregation layer where you aggregate multiple services over same wavelength. That changes every 3 to 5 years. So the idea of having a vertical integration in just one platform of all these layers is certainly not wise. Now the point is to what extreme you should go and how you should disaggregate your various components in the network. And we think, because if you do it actually to the very extreme in a sort of DIY model and service providers start picking up pieces and components for various parts from many, very, very different fields, that put a very high effort of integration on the service provider side. So you end up solving a problem by creating another, maybe bigger problem. We think that nowadays it's becoming clearer and clearer that there's probably a right, what we call the global minimum or the global optimum in terms of total cost of ownership, which is disaggregating the photonic layer, having an optical line system that is actually responsible to multiplex wavelengths over the same fiber, which is actually disaggregated from the digital aggregation layer, how you multiplex different services at different speeds and how you adjust and optimize those services onto the same wavelength. And we think that the model that is appearing is you have to do that by delivering to market very, very compact, modular, low cost, low footprint, low power consumptions type of solutions in each layer, which expose themselves as open, with open interfaces that can be then managed in terms of flexibility in an open environment where SDN actually plays the role of automating service management. Yeah, again, the key trends and challenges, it's all about Metro nowadays. And we think that, first of all, that is maybe sometimes forgotten. But first of all, you have to have what we call neat network foundations to evolve to the new services. What we mean by that is it's like you're going to have a very important guest in your house in 1 week. So first thing you do is you make sure you clean your house very well. And to go along with this comparison, first of all, you need to clean your network. You need to get rid of all very old technologies that still require a lot of operational efforts on your side, distracting you from your main mission and from the new revenue generating services. That's what we call step A of modernizing a metro network. Step B is adding flexibility and adding disaggregated solutions to actually deliver new services over very, very low footprint, very flexible, very low power consumptions types of solution. That's what we call the step B. And then step C, you have to manage the flexibility. And nowadays you can do that with open platforms in SDN environments. We propose solutions then at each layer we present a native netconf interface with young models that can potentially be driven by any third-party orchestrators. So it's a kind of ABC to a modern metro network. Clean your house, release the flexibility, and then manage through automation the flexibility. NGON is very important to us. It's probably the single most important event in optics for us. It gives us an opportunity to get in touch with so many people. Customers, actually not only customers, other players in the field. We can compare our views with others, which is always important. And it also gives us a possibility to generate marketing leads for us. We're not a very big company, so it gives us certainly a way to reach market opportunities and to spot opportunities that maybe would take so much time for us to generate through other ways. So it's very important to us.